Right? Just lie for me.
You lied to me.
Scooby-Doo.
But you know we going in 69. You lied to me.
Ooh. I'm going to start off at the bottom. You go at the top. Hello.
Now we here.
Now we here. Welcome, little niggas, big niggas, and all-rounded niggas, to the show, the Just Bake Channel. You are now listening and watching Watermelon versus Pumpkin. That is Watermelon versus Pumpkin. This is Gourd Wars, cuz. Gourd Wars. Get involved. You see watermelons. You see pumpkins. You see patches of truth. We come together, man.
You see white people. You see black people. You understand slang.
You understand this shit, man. This is episode 69, nigga. Hello.
369.
Let's get dirty in this motherfucker, baby. Your heads and tails, baby. What you want to do?
Hello.
It's just crazy. 69, man. And you are tuned in, brothers. You are welcome, niggas. Welcome. And we got a little immigrant here. We're going to talk about this nigga in a little bit because he has a very big role to play and talk about today. He's one of the 350 plus. I don't know. We'll discuss that. You know, sanctuary cities. Oh, stop it. Stop leaking. WikiLeaks. That's another one. We forgot about the WikiLeaks. Oh, that's another one.
Julian Assange.
Ooh, clink, clink.
Let's get a GoFundMe.
Get a GoFundMe, Wiki. Leak that, bitch. I know. Who are you? I'm the nigga with the poofy top. That's who I am. Young Pastry. Y-U-N-G Paste. Y-R-Y. Nigga, you just spell it regular, nigga. That's it.
Spell it how you want to.
I ain't got to tell you.
And I am his, not your, co-host, Lil Mattress, Lilmattress.
What it do, man?
Spell it correctly. You know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, hit us up on this hotline, 203-594-6977. Call or text, man. Hit like, hit share, subscribe on whatever you're listening to. You want to listen to us, you could do it anywhere the podcasts are available. You want to watch us on YouTube. Where else would you watch shit nowadays? Come on, dog.
Fucking centerpiece. Go look at this shit, nigga.
Look at our beautiful selves, man. We starting to get tans. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to be sunny outside. Come on, man.
Beard season out this bitch.
This new location. But yeah, man, anywhere that we are, anywhere that you are, we are. You know what it is. We like a stalker out this.
I'm in the bushes, nigga. Throw the guns in the bushes, Birdman. We out here. God damn.
We out here. And things are popping off and things are happening, man. It seems like as the weather gets better, just people start awakening, much like the animal that's hibernating and comes back out. People are awakening too, man, and things are starting to happen. You know what I mean?
Stay woke, niggas. We up now. It's like we dormant enough. The Northeast, I guess if you want to even say, it feels like politically we control how this country works a little bit. A lot of things are based on Eastern time. That's just my observation. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, we got the hub over here. We got the capital of our country is on this coast. You know what I mean? So this is why I think we run things as far as decisions made, you know.
True.
We are 3 hours ahead of you niggas on the West. Cut it out. Well, they might say, no, you niggas is really behind us, 21 hours, but whatever.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like, is that what we're gonna say in Cali, motherfuckers? But we out here, man, and it's episode 69, and I don't know, where do we start? Do we start with fences? I know.
Ooh.
There are fences that are big thing going on.
There are fences and there are defenses.
Hello.
Offenses.
Ooh.
And then we trying to say, get off our fences.
Oh, my God. Sniper them niggas.
Put me in front of a slam poetry audience. Come on, man.
Yo, nigga, I'm telling you, I can see you with a nice little kufi on, nigga. What? Get you a dashiki?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there might be looks at first, but they'll get it.
Once the words come.
Right.
You know,
Like, it's
don't
nothing.
pay attention to my appearance.
He must be albino.
Exactly.
But what I was speaking of is these sanctuary cities that the immigrants that they've been catching in housing and in midst of transporting back to their country. Because niggas don't want to go. I guess there was something the other day where niggas just bum rushed. Bum rushed the fence.
Can't stop the bum rush.
Said we out. About 350 immigrants said, nigga, you ain't stopping us. Can't stop, won't stop. Here we come. Choo-choo train, nigga. Thomas the Train pulled in.
They went straight Rockefeller Records.
Right.
They said, can't stop, won't stop.
Little Neefy was on the front.
Can't stop, won't stop. Immigration records because we get down.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's sad that if I was a poor young Mexican fella, I'd be trying to come over this motherfucker too, probably. I get it, and I so get it.
Yep.
But, in a way, it's like, you just can't do certain things, folks. It's just not how things work.
Yeah.
if we were able to do anything and everything we wanted, it would be a lot of anarchy. And, it's just,
A lot of chaos.
Yeah, a lot of chaos. It's just, countries do what they do because that's what countries do. And, it just so happens you don't have that strength to overthrow your country. And your country is shitty. Maybe you should fight in your country to make it better.
Yeah, and I understand the mind of anyone. Imagine hearing that, like, hey, across that wall, across that border, because even on some parts there's a wall, some parts there's a border. If I get hurt and go to the hospital, I don't have to pay for it. Right. Like, you would... Dude, like I said, man, health insurance. I paid $6,000 last year for health insurance. Imagine if I didn't have to do that, having an extra $6,000 in my pocket,
knowing that they're going to see you regardless. Walking
exactly.
that motherfucker with a broken leg, I'm like, all right, you don't got insurance, don't worry about it.
Oh, you don't have insurance? Oh, you don't live here? Oh, you don't have an ID? Oh, you don't have a social security number, so we can't bill you? We don't have anything?
Right. We'll take care of you, though. Don't worry. It's not an American dollar. It's on us. Don't worry about it.
That's what it is. It's we have that. Right. We're going to take care of everyone, and that not leads to, but that's the same thing in wars and everything else where we just go, no, guys, we're going to take care of you. We're going to help you. And we're putting a gun to people's heads like, I'm helping you. Like, whoa.
I don't think I asked for this.
Yeah.
It's very aggressive. I don't like it.
I'm helping. No, it's just a byproduct that you have a bunch of oil. We are helping you.
Right. We don't even look over there. What's over there? What are you talking about? What oil, nigga? We're over there to the right? I don't know.
Oh, those poppy fields? Yeah. We're going to guard those because we wouldn't want any of them to burn down. You know what I mean?
We're very big into agriculture. Yeah. Right, nigga. You give me that oil, cuz. You know what time it is. My gas has been cheap a little bit these days. I don't know. I think Connecticut's been taking a little, I don't know. It's been all right. I feel like we ain't get close to that big $3 mark.
Hey, usually. Man, Paul Mooney said it best. Gas is so high, we think it's low. Think about it. Because I'll never forget the best at the Cumberland Farms on the Boston Post Road.
Farms.
I will never forget where I was with my buddy Seth, and we were driving back in the day, man. This was 20 years ago at least. 99 cents a gallon. I remember that was the cheapest I've ever paid for gasoline. 99 cents a gallon. Because for it was probably 15, 20 years ago. But for the longest time, it was hovering. It was like 103, 105, all that stuff. 115.
Right.
I remember when it was like 125 and being shocked, like, oh man, 125. What the fuck? Yeah. And I remember it was just one of those fluctuation weeks where, man, 99 cents a gallon. Like, he gave $20 and got 20 gallons, and it was just that was the shit.
It's a matrimonious event. And it's crazy because now it's like, cheap gas, we get gas cheap, you're talking about like $2.30, $2.20 something. You know what I mean? Like for your regular gas.
And that might be if you have the gas points from Stop and Shop, and it might be if you're a member of the Cumberland Farms, program, whatever they have.
Right. If you go to the good gas stations, you're almost at $3 right now, $2.80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
You know what it is, and which is shocking to me that people still go there, because in Ansonia, where I do Uber a lot, there's a Cumberland Farms and there's a Mobile, literally right across the street from each other. And not across the street where you have to actually cross the street. I mean, like next to each other, but there's a road in the middle of them. And Cumberland Farms will be like $2.50 something. Mobile will be $2.79. And just still, like, for me, I don't know if people don't look up. Well, I don't know if people don't notice.
You know what it is? It's this theory, but I'm not sure. I never really tested it, but it's that whole... it's going to run better because your car, better gas. They have better gas, so that's why it's better to go there. If you want to put better gas, you put these bigger companies like your Mobil and your Exxons, as opposed to these little small guys like, First Fuel. Well, who the fuck are these guys? Yeah. Where are they getting their fuel? Like, I swear to God, these motherfuckers are making it in the backyard.
The ones that, whatever the Hess turned into. It's like express fuel.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever Hess turned into.
Yeah, all the Hess is turned into.
Like,
they kept it green.
It's still green and white. And you're like, is this Hess? No.
Like the days of, I remember Christmas. Remember that? The Christmas Hess trucks, man. Those were a big fucking to-do for something.
Yo, if you owned Hess trucks, you probably tried to date rape a girl in college. That's all I'm saying. Like, because
that's just the standard.
That in my mind, you know what I mean? Because who the fuck was buying those Hess trucks and like keeping them, and like every year I got a Hess truck, because you see it on the commercial and you're like, was somebody living like this? Because I know that's what they're promoting, but was somebody geeked about the new Hess truck?
I know people that were buying them. I do know for a fact of people that there was one person, I can't put a face or a name right now, but I do remember that growing up, there was somebody who they used to get Hess trucks from somebody. I want to say it was my nephew from the other side of his family. Not this side where we rock with, but I think from his mother's side. I think they were doing shit like that. He used to get Hess trucks every year. We're just gonna keep a tradition. It's like them shits got
It's
broken
like,
and thrown in the trash.
motherfucker for what?
Right. You want a tradition?
Motherfucker for what?
Stock them bitches up in your house as
Yeah.
storage in the box, and now they're vintage memorial, memorabilia, I should say.
Yeah, maybe you can sell them one day. Memorial Day memorabilia.
Yeah, put that shit up in there, cause that's where that need to be at.
But to go back to the immigration thing and the people trying to get into the country, what's interesting too is how the term alternative facts was coined, and now it's turned into it seems like the left versus the right, like it's always been. You know what I mean? Watermelon versus pumpkin, all
there
that.
You go.
But good versus evil, you know what I mean? But now it's a situation can be happening, and by people's political party, they will say that it's not happening.
Right.
Like a lot of people on the left are saying that, like, not all, but they're saying like immigration is a myth. Like like what you were just talking about. Like you brought it to the table of like, hey, did you see this news story about like 350 people just bum rushing the border? Like you would bum rush a fucking AC/DC concert back in '89.
Trying to get them Jordans and 12s.
Yeah. And it's interesting that the people on the left side, I'm not saying all of them, but you know what I mean? Just many of them will say, that's not true. That didn't happen. You guys are trying to push your political agenda. Right. And then the people on the right are just like, well, that happened because we have footage of it happening.
Right.
It actually is happening. You guys are saying that it didn't happen for your political agenda. So it's, all the politics get involved, and it's
just
a fucking
so they
weird
all can
thing.
say the other one's wrong. See, they're wrong.
Yeah.
They're not really trying to sneak in here. And the other one's like, oh, they're wrong. See, they're all murderers and rapists.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's going to be some knuckleheads. You get a good 350 or 400 people, there's going to be some bad apples in that batch.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Not all 400 of those motherfuckers that come here with smiles and, there's gonna be a shiesty nigga in that group.
Literally, well, like think about say like your high school class. Like how many people were in your high school class,
right?
And then fucking how many people were good, how many people were bad. It's just it's the nature of a man.
It's numbers. Life is numbers, baby. Life is all about fucking numbers. What are you? Are you on the good side or are you on the fucking? And don't be one of those guys that are really an asshole on the evil side of things, and you just don't want to. You want to pretend you're a good guy.
Yeah. I know that. That's
I'm a good person. Whenever you have to say that, you're not.
Exactly.
Look at me, guys. I'm a good person, aren't I? Come on, validate me.
If you ever say, "Why would I lie?" You're lying.
Why would I lie about something like that? Yeah,
Why would I need to lie? But yeah, and you're lying because
I
you
even
just
heard
said that.
somebody one time, young kids, and she's like, "Yo, word to you, my nigga." That's supposed to make him believe. I don't. Word to my dead mother, dead grand. These are things the way people usually go.
Yeah.
She's like, word to you, my nigga. I ain't
Dude,
lying.
I'm telling you, slang has gotten so far to where I don't know what people are talking about, but I think it's going to continue and get so far to where the people saying it don't know what they're saying anymore. Like, I think it's going to get to the point where, like, well, I think I'm supposed to say no cap. I think I'm supposed to say this. I don't know what any of this shit means, but if I just repeat it in a certain order, I think I'll be okay.
Oh, God. Uppercase, lowercase, space, dash, God. Like, what did this
Hashtag, what?
Hashtag ... I'm niggas ain't even gonna talk. Let's just spell out everything. It's getting there, man.
Man.
This is what it is. Millennials have became these young guys that some are very motivated. There are a handful of younger people that have a certain kind of I want to get it done. Then you got motherfuckers that's like you can't come pick me up to do it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I run into that even at work where we have people that, won't go to work because it's drizzling outside or something, and it's like, really? Or they can't find a ride. I can't come to work today. I can't find a ride.
You know what I think, man? Everyone is too comfortable these days. Like, people are too fucking comfortable. And like I was saying a couple episodes ago, is like we are at the point in society where literally the only thing is to do better, because like everybody can get the basics. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're living better today than fucking our,
right.
Like, dude, remember growing up when like getting a fucking TV was a big thing?
Right.
Remember growing up when, like, can you imagine nowadays?
I'm going to Tommy's house. He got a TV.
Yeah. Can you imagine nowadays telling kids that, like, dude, when I got the old TV, in my room, and my parents got a new TV. I can't tell you how fucking geeked I was to get a TV in my room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy because I think just like all that shit is just replaced with cell phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now they're geeked about cell phones and sneakers were always a thing. I can't say now sneakers because sneakers always been a thing.
Yeah.
You get
Sneakers
some
always
new
been
kicks,
big.
man. It's it's just one of those things like I'm not big on I'm not a sneakerhead, but I like a good pair of sneakers. When I was younger, I used to want certain ones, especially ones you couldn't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always the Jordans. I never owned a pair of Jordans in my life, but when I was younger, of course, there was some I liked that I wanted. Like
Man,
the
I
fours.
always wanted the Sean Kemps, and I finally got a pair one time.
The Kamikazes,
Yeah.
those are dope. I was actually looking at those the other day. I'm gonna jump in to get some of those and some Filas. I'm gonna get them Grand Hills going.
Yeah.
And I like certain things from our era, the Bo Jackson Reeboks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Those are really sharp too. But just looking at the whole like that shit don't change. You know what I mean? Like something like that. The sneakers don't change. But as far as like other things, man, and the push and the drive for some of them, it's like they rather sit home, man.
I think
work from home online and shit type thing.
The entitlement is there too, because like I remember asking my parents for stuff, and like, but there was the caveat of like, I'm probably not going to get it, but I'm going to ask.
Right.
Nowadays, it seems like the kids are like, I will murder my parents if I don't have these fucking,
Listen, and it's true. You see there's stories. I mean, I can't think of ones offhand, but I know I've heard them, and you've heard them all there about folks too, of kids that would kill their parents maybe their phone was taken away. You know what I mean? It's like they took the cell phone away and they just murdered everybody in the household over a goddamn cell phone. Like, shit is crazy, man.
Yeah,
like, these gadgets, I see it, man. I see people and kids, and, I know that, they take the cell phones away from them as a punishment and tell them you got to earn it back, and they don't want to earn it back. They just want it back.
Yep.
They don't want to earn it, and they rather sit and, like, curl up in the ball and like, life is so unfair. How about you get up and do something about it?
I think a big thing is like not being able to touch your own kids anymore. You know what I mean? And that sounds so fucking wrong. What I mean is hit. What I mean is punch. What I mean is fucking. What I mean is strike.
It's just a shame you can't get the finger plug. I don't. What?
Yeah.
Not that touch, nigga.
No, what I mean, like, it's a shame, like, you can't even spank your child because, listen, I've never spanked a kid, but I've spanked some girls before, and you know what? I'm going to leave a mark. And so then kid goes to school, and I don't know, like, where fucking anybody at school is seeing your child's butt to see that there's a mark, but... Then they see a mark, and oh my god, and you spanked your kid, and that's punishment. We can't do this anymore.
Right.
And oh my god, where's this?
Right? And nobody's saying go Adrian Peterson on a nigga because I don't remember his story from last year or the year before.
Yeah,
that.
like you don't tell your kid to
hell
go.
Out of you don't be an NFL player that can bench press 300 pounds and beat the shit out of your 7-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I definitely think the days of like telling your kid to go pick a branch off of a tree to bring inside for you to hit them with. No,
folks.
Don't do that. But I'm thinking like,
a little rap to the bottom is all right.
Yeah. Little rap to the bottom to let them know, like, hey, you can't do that, because if your entire parenting process is timeout, go sit in the corner.
Right.
Now imagine this: if you told your kid they couldn't eat that cupcake, and they ate that cupcake, and then you went, you can't eat that cupcake, then they ate that cupcake, and you went, you can't eat that cupcake, then they ate that cupcake. You're like, do you see what's happening here? Like something needs to happen.
Right. It's some sort of intervention needs to take place here, because what it is, and you hear like old comedians like Steve Harvey always says it. He said the problem is y'all trying to treat them as equals.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of parents do that. Like, yes, you can be kind of friendly you can be of a friendly way with your children as far as a comforting. Come to me, I'm your parent. But you got to remember, you're this fucking parent. You know what I mean? It's like you run the show. Nigga, you don't do shit unless
in a cold way to explain it, I'm the boss, you're the employee. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at it that type of relationship,
listen,
but we could be friends, we could be cool.
You earn stripes in life, and how you gonna earn it? You earn it in this household too. You know what I mean? You do it. So I gotta do what I gotta do to make sure you have what you need, and you gotta do what the fuck you need to do to make this household flow. You know what I mean? This responsibility. We all got responsibilities in this motherfucker, man. And I think some parents really will fall back and lay off it. To the point where I don't want to really kind of just, I don't want to parent here. I just kind of want it to stop.
And with that said, my vasectomy has healed perfectly, and I'm back to busting nuts, y'all. I'm back to busting these nuts.
Oh, back to busting.
And let me tell you, the volume is the same.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No
I'm not
aches,
sure
no
about
pains.
I'm not sure about the consistency because I never really knew about the consistency. But I'm telling you, like the volume has been the same. You know, the feeling is similar. I went, no, the feeling's the same. It's
no pain, no sharpness, no sharp. Like, ooh, I got a twinge in my balls. What was that?
To piggyback off what you're saying, it's gotten so crazy now that there's people out there that are talking about now. When you get to the extreme level of, did you ask consent to change your child's diaper?
Right.
Like, it's really that bad these days. Like, it's really gotten that far of like,
I'm
not going to name my child because I don't know if my child identifies as a man or a woman. Yo, check if your baby got a dick. You know what? If your baby has a dick, it's a boy.
You know what? That's totally a fucking movement I can see of people having question mark babies up until a certain age until we'll let them decide.
Dude, it's real.
Babies. Yo, it's like, that's fucking insane if that's happening. Like, no, what's his name? Well, we didn't really give him a name yet. Well, he's 6. Yeah, I know. We're going to wait for his 8th birthday and decide what he wants to be.
And not even his there, because, you know, we're not going to call him a he because, yes, I mean, he might have a penis, he might, but still that doesn't matter because we're going to let him choose.
Right.
Or them choose.
If you're thinking that, that's fine. And you don't want
to me, that shit's child abuse. Right. That shit is child abuse. Like, yo, just raise your fucking kid normally. Like,
this would be a child and be out there, and if your kid just so happens to start to come and open up to you, then you be open to talking to him by himself. You know what I mean? It's like it's like, yeah, okay, here, you were born a boy. Let's see if you're into some boy things here. You know, keep going and doing some things that are, boy like that. Most of the boys like, not all boys. Not all boys are going to like it. We're introduced to all kinds of things, You don't have to shove Barbies because maybe we got to see. What we're going to do for Christmas, we're going to have to get Barbies and G.I. Joe. Right. There's no way. Because we don't know.
Let him choose. Let him choose.
Let him choose. It's like, no. Get him a fucking boy toy. And then when he gets older and he doesn't want boy toys, then he gets something else.
Exactly.
What the fuck, man? Let him find out that he don't like the shit instead of being told he don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I think that, to piggyback off that is like they're being told. It's easy to convince a child to kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
don't you want to? One of the most disgusting things I ever saw in my life is I remember I went to see my father. He's semi-retired, but I went to see him at his house in New Hampshire. And on the way back, I stopped at like a rest stop to use the bathroom real quick. And there was a dude who was holding his baby, and there was a line for the bathroom because it wasn't a rest stop, but more of like a gas station where there was just one bathroom. And I wanted to smack this fucking dude because he's sitting there with his kid, like holding his baby and going like, you sure you have to use the bathroom, babe? Are you sure that you have to use the bathroom? Like, and I'm like so fucking mad because like I can tell, yo, are you really going to try to convince your kid not to use the fucking bathroom right now?
Right.
Because, and it wasn't a fucking.
It's like, you sure you want, it's whatever you want to do. I don't, it's like, I remember the shit like, go to the bathroom and your mom's like, Mom, I got to go. Go.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Go to the bathroom. She goes, sit on the toilet. Something will happen. 90% of the time she was right.
Yeah. But it was like he was trying to convince his kid that she didn't have to use the bathroom. And I was like, oh, I want to just duff him and be like, yo, let your kid fucking pill. Like, you're trying to have your kid hold.
Right.
Like, what
and
the
then that's
fuck?
in the same line of people that have 3 children of 3 different identities, likes, and tastes.
Yeah.
And they make 3 different meals.
Yeah.
Nigga, never in a day will my mother ever fucking cook like, this is what's for dinner tonight. And we had to sit there and eat the shit. And then me and my brother looked at each other like until we were stupid in the face until, you know what I mean, we had to eat enough of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to eat some of it. You're not going to sit there and not eat any of it. It's like, now it's like we're, that whole move of spreading shit around the plate.
Yeah.
Make this shit look good. With no goddamn lima beans. Oh, God.
Right.
But it wasn't like, I want to bitch a fit. And it's like, okay, he doesn't want it. I guess I'm going to throw that away and put some macaroni and cheese in there, Crafts. We'll get you some Kraft macaroni and cheese because I just made a chicken parms homemade from scratch. You don't want it, so don't worry about it. We'll
no problem. Just don't kill me in my sleep.
Right.
Great.
Get your hamburger helper. And it is that almost like people it seems like some people are scared of their kids.
Yeah,
man.
they're afraid of their fucking kids
scary in
nowadays.
itself. Holy shit. You are
But
scared
I'm
to
telling you,
reprimand.
man, I think a lot of it starts with like, you can't even touch your own child. You can't spank your own child to let them know. And like I said, I'm not talking about beating your kid, but when you're super young, like how do you learn not to touch the hot stove? Imagine if your parents forever just told you not to touch the hot stove, told you not to touch the hot stove. That's fine, but you're still going to be inquisitive and you're going to go into, ooh, that hurts. I can't do that anymore. Like, I feel like that's how the young mind works is like, when you can't reason with somebody yet, like that pain comes in where it's like, oh, I can't do that because that hurts when I do that.
Right.
You know?
Pain automatically. So to bring it all full circle, we have to beat the Mexican immigrants' asses and then they'll want to go back.
That's what he's saying. Facts. Facts.
Super facts, nigga.
Hashtag facts.
I think that's what that means, yo. So if we beat their asses in like these little sanctuary cities, they're not gonna want to come here. Like, yeah, they hurt people.
Like, yo, U.S. really isn't all that. What the
They
fuck?
greet you with paddles, nigga. I don't think I like that. And it's not a paddle for a boat for me to get across. No, it's a paddle to beat my ass. Like I'm joining a Sigma Phi Chi, nigga. I don't. Not gonna happen.
Trying to masturbate in a coffin and tell my sins. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Some weird shit.
Speaking of coffins, we're gonna talk about a one that had a graceful royal treatment. Shout out to big rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, who passed away. Man, he shut down the Staples Center.
Yeah.
They put the whole Staples Centers, which is where the Clippers and I think the Lakers are Lakers too. Lakers and the Clippers share the same arena in L.A. And I mean, they had fucking, I don't know the number, man, but it was a lot, thousands and thousands, man.
That shit was sold out, but now because people are pieces of shit, people are always going to be pieces of shit. They it was free to attend, but you needed a ticket. Guess what people were doing immediately?
Scalping?
You know it.
Yeah,
you know, because people are pieces of shit.
Yeah, they
man.
are. And the niggas was out there selling Nipsey Hussle shirts.
And they got shut down by the fucking gangs who were just like, not today, dude.
Right,
not today.
Some fucking respect, man. How about we bury him today and you sell the shit tomorrow?
Exactly.
Fuck out of here. You know, because they know they're trying to, it's nothing worse than a blood-sucking salesman who catch a nigga at his lowest. You know what I mean? Like, people are mourning for somebody. You know, obviously, a lot of them they weren't close to him. But you know what? If you're a fan of something, man, and you believe in that person, man, you can get a close relationship to that.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, motherfuckers will feel it. You know, you might somebody that you grew up liking and cherished, admired, and they die, you kind of feel like, oh, damn.
Exactly.
You know, Michael Jackson hit me a certain kind of way. I ain't going to front. You know, it's like, damn, man, Mike was, shit, I could well up right now. And they go like, yo, Mike, no, he's a god in my eyes, man. Like, musically, man, you know, and just an entertainer, period, you know.
And that's what Nipsey Hussle meant to a lot of these people is he, like I said, man, he bought the block that he used to hustle on. He turned it into a good thing. He was helping the schools. He was helping everybody.
Schools, he got stores going, giving people in the community jobs and shit. They all knew him, you know. It was, and the day when he was trying to get the gangs, he was trying to do anti-gang. He got shot a day before anti-gang rally he was about to be in, man.
Yeah.
Like, and they still went on with that rally, too, I think, afterward.
Yeah, they went on with the meeting with the police and everything to try to make everything better.
But that was crazy. Would you say what was the stretch of, like, you know, when
he had a 25-mile funeral procession.
Damn.
To where, and
25 miles is
25 miles.
That was, I
and,
think,
and that's with the hearse going 5 miles an hour and fucking,
Listen, the last time a car was moving in California that slow with that big of a brigade behind it was O.J. Simpson.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
Bronco.
Them niggas was like, yo, people was celebrating like, yo, the juice. Like, nigga, they're looking for him for murder.
Mo murder.
It's not a celebration time, nigga.
Yep.
He's wanted for killing some people.
Yeah, people forgot, like, oh, he was in the back. People forget that he wasn't driving. He was in the back with a gun in his mouth threatening to shoot himself. You know what I mean?
I just want, man. I don't.
I just want to see Nicole.
OJ, don't do this. Orenthal, come on, put it down. We know you didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. I don't even know if he even said I didn't do it. I don't think he ever said that.
I don't know. I think he was always talking about that he wanted to go be with Nicole, his wife that he,
So he's trying to make it.
allegedly-
Yeah, he's trying to make it seem like he was so depressed and sad over it. And he knew they was gonna blame him, so he wanted to take his life. Like OJ, innocent niggas don't do shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, OJ, man. Come on, man. You ain't love her that much. She moved on, nigga. She was with somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no way. Like, oh my God. Yeah, your kid's mother, she's dead. She was murdered. I get it, but. You know,
Yeah, no one's
for
telling you to be
kill
happy,
yourself,
but
right,
yeah,
it's not a time
exactly.
to kill yourself, though. You know what I mean? You still have kids here. Niggas that want to kill themselves is the guilty niggas that killed them or had something to do with the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So OJ, whatever. I mean, my black card won't let me say you guilty nigga, but whatever. You know what time it is.
It's tough. It's tough.
You know what I mean? But yeah, 25 miles, man. That's a hell of a. Whew.
Yeah.
That's shutting down some blocks in L.A.
Mm-hmm. No, and it was like President Obama wrote a letter that was read at the whole ceremony and all that stuff. It was
damn, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, man, I don't. Big and Pac might not even got that.
No,
like you just, it's just the power of like, he's a strong underground. I mean, he's a mainstream. Like there's that new.
He was in the middle. Like he was nominated for a Grammy, but like not everybody knew who Nipsey. Like. Most people are finding out who Nipsey Hussle is right now because he died. You know,
right. He wasn't a household, like, you say Lil Wayne died. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna know. You know, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a way
yeah.
lot more people. Like your grandma go, oh, Lil Wayne died. Oh, he's the one with the lollipop, la 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 lollipop. Yeah, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad. The mudfish looking guy. Oh, God.
The gremlin?
That guy. Yo, that's nice. No, but you know, it was just one of those things, man, where you know it just shows that how much you can make a wave, even when your music and stuff, without big corporation labels and shit, kind of basically manipulating everything you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you have that
Yeah, he owned all his stuff. So that's the thing, too, where, like, go listen to Nipsey Hussle's music on Spotify. And, you know, if you can buy it, buy it. If you can't, man, stream it, because all that money really does go to his family, because he owned all of his stuff. He was smart like that, you know? He was the type of dude where, man, he had diamond chains, but he wasn't spending all of his money on diamond chains. He was buying property. He was trying to fix stuff.
It's
he was trying to make stuff better.
It's a certain you get it, man. Like it's the rapper starter kit. You know,
Yeah.
almost like when you're in that certain thing, and you can be totally anti, but certain guys are just like, all right, this is the rapper look. Let me get the look. You know what I mean?
Slavery, chain in a whip.
Listen.
Rapper, chains in a whip.
Listen, we need to break out of this.
Come on.
Watermelon. Damn, it ain't all about get fresh, my niggas. That's all I'm saying. It ain't all about the get fresh. You know, sometimes we just gotta do right. Do better, and then the get fresh comes later.
Do rag.
I'd rather have you fucking and make it somewhere and be so successful, and then show your ass. But don't be the nigga that ain't got shit and pretend you do, or want to appear. You know, make the appearance that you know, when you got, like, I'm a big sneakerhead, and you look at a motherfucker that got 30 sneakers in his room that he paid $200-$300 a piece. Yo, add that up, my man. You just paid $200 and $300 for those sneakers, and you got 30 of them. I wait. You know what I mean?
And you know why you did it? To impress other dudes.
Right. Yo, where you get those at? You know, and there's a lot of females that do, you know, there's those ones that, it's a clean look. You know, I get it. He got nice sneakers on. And it's crazy because there are people that really, that's their thing. You know what I mean? The first thing they do is go to the sneakers, you know. And I was just thinking about it today when I was in a barbershop, and I'm sitting there like, you know, I was like in a barbershop for like, 15, 20 minutes waiting. And it was like, damn, man, people think that, and it's like, I just been in there 15, 20 minutes. I ain't looking at nobody's fucking sneakers. You know what I mean? It's like, but some people, that's instantly what they do. You know what I mean?
That's their only thing, yeah.
Right. It's like, shoes, sneakers. You know, people are always looking for that. And then they're scrunch the face if you got a pair of fucking mountain gears on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have mountain
But it's
gears.
funny, too, because people, they want to do that, like, to impress women, to impress men and women. But then it's like, are you going to want to be with the girl who's literally only
Just
with
for
you
that.
for your fucking sneakers? Like, think about that. Like, the person that you want to actually connect with.
You know that? And
Maybe the girl
always
that you want to have sex with, cool. But, like, the person that you actually want to connect with, like, is that who you want? Because then what?
substance.
Then she sees another dude with better sneakers and go fuck, like, come on.
Listen, rich niggas out there, you want to test a chick and how willing she is to be that ride and die for you? Bleed her out, nigga. Don't give her a fucking thing.
Yeah.
She sticks around and almost like, but then it's like she might play the long haul. Like, nigga, I know you playing funny, but I'm gonna keep playing.
I
cool.
think you're gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play cool until like, but don't ever let her go fucking 8 years without giving her a penny, nigga.
Right?
You know, like real shit, man. It's like when you're like that, how do you find love? How does a fucking millionaire find a new love?
Dude, because I've had it happen to me. Yeah, and exactly. I'm not in that realm, but I've had it happen to me before where girls just do that hint.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm having trouble paying my. All right. Like,
yeah, it's real out here. I get you. I know it. You know, you got to
it
turn to
is
those
tough.
kind of conversations. Yeah, it's rough.
Word,
You know,
me
I mean, I
too.
struggle every day.
Me too.
Me too. I got my Me Too movement right there. Soon as she talking about she got shit she need. Me too. Me Too movement. That's the fellas Me Too movement.
Me too, bro.
But I need new shoes. Me too.
Yeah, it is tough out here.
I need my lights paid. Me too. But there's no love sometime, man. It's like, these guys got a new show coming out. The Jersey Shore niggas, they got a dating show coming out.
Oh yeah.
Pauly D and Vinny.
Yeah, it should be, man. It should be some type of entertainment on there
Yeah.
because Rock of Love was fun. Flavor of Love was fun.
Those two are like some of my two favorites in there. I like their personalities a little more. Vinny and Pauly D were always like, when I watched that show back in the day when it first came out, I checked out those first couple seasons. It was pull. It was the pull. I got pulled. But their person was like, all right, these guys are cool. Not the big diesel sensitive guy Ronnie who was an asshole. Like leave her alone, bro. And then you had the cocky nigga Mike.
Yep.
Well,
Headbutted the wall that one season.
Yeah.
That was a show too where it was really weird to me why people hated it because it was literally nobody was mad at the The Real World, and it was just The Real World with the same cast for a couple episodes in a or
they
for
didn't like it
seasons in a row.
I guess it was a bad impression upon Italian Americans. That bro, how many Italian Americans you know like that?
But hey, that's literally what those people like. I don't think any of those people were putting on a front. Like that's what they did. That's what they went and fucking partied, and they were in the lip gloss and your hair.
They basically found the stereotyped ones and used them.
Yeah,
the ones you say like people say, oh, this and this and that, but no, let's face it, man. There are a lot of fucking people in every race that fit those stereotypes. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's like, oh, this Mexican guys, 30-to-1 apartment. It's because there are some out there and they fit the bill.
Yep.
So it makes it funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, niggas do like fried chicken. Yes, nigga. It's like we go in fried chicken joint, and you go in any Chinese restaurant in the hood, ask them what the biggest seller is. They're gonna tell you chicken wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guarantee it's chicken wings. Because they know what niggas like. We like chicken.
True.
But
another thing that we accidentally skipped on the Nipsey Hussle thing. Well, first off, the game who
boy.
has to make everything about himself. The game now has a huge Nipsey Hussle tattoo on his chest, which is just, I don't know, man. It's like everything is for Instagram nowadays.
Right.
Like, I think people forget that this shit is permanent. Like,
right. Or just in the moment of just like nobody can embrace something for what it is, man. It has to be a gram shot,
Yeah.
It's almost like it has to be that, and it's like, having it for entertainment reasons is one thing, or all that good stuff. But then, when you're just like, you're just putting up silly shit like that, or just attention.
I hate the person where when somebody dies, they were their best friend, and then when the next person dies, oh my God, I was their best friend too. Like I hate people that try to take energy from somebody else's situation.
Yeah.
Like I hate that shit.
No,
to where like, oh, they died, but I'm gonna need some attention over here. But like,
fucking death succubus, nigga.
Like like that person died. Let them have some fucking attention.
Right. Right now it's about them. I've been to funerals like that, man, where people turn it about them.
Yeah.
One I went to, man, and it was like, people started talking about because, the kid overdosed or whatever, So obviously he was struggling in his own sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned into like this fucking like AA meeting, you know what I mean? Or like there's like, this has got to stop. And I'm like, okay, I get that. Now's not the time.
Yeah.
His family's here. How about we let them grieve and show them some support? And that's what the fuck you do at a funeral, and you keep it moving. And then you go bitch about what you want to bitch about when you're hanging out at the house later or something. Everybody's having drinks. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's hanging together. Now you let out why the fuck you're mad. Not in the middle of the fucking procession. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? People just, it makes it about them, man. They, people just can't help.
They want that attention of like, if I cry the loudest, if I yell the loudest, if I fucking show out and like throw my body on the casket, like, cool, I got that attention. If I want to record the funeral.
Oh, God, throw me a line of justice, nigga. Woo.
Don't do it.
Yes. I remember I mentioned this in the show before, but I don't know what episode, but out of our 69, one of them episodes I mentioned
turning down the opportunity because you were offered an opportunity.
I was offered an opportunity that I could refuse, and I did. It was at a funeral, and I had a patron come up to me. We're gonna call him a patron. Came up to me and was like, if you don't mind, here. Do you mind?
Hit you with the camcorder.
Try to hit me with the camcorder. Do you mind recording this for me? I'm like,
I would be like, motherfucker for what? Motherfucker for what?
It was like, I swear, I wish I could have freezed my face. Like,
yeah,
the confusion set in, and I'm like, I said, nah, I'll be honest, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't, like, and in my head, what do I do? Do I pan in on the fucking widow?
Who am I zooming in on right now?
He's like, right there, get in there, get the tears, slow motion, and then we'll get up 3 years from now. You guys want to get together and
like, so when are you watching that? Or are you just going to put that on Instagram? Like, what are you doing?
You want to watch Denise's death tape or what? People do this shit, man.
Like, where would you be at in your life when you were just like sitting down, to have dinner in front of the television, like, oh shit, you know what I want to watch? Like, are you ever going to smoke in your living room and be like, yo, we should watch?
What, Freddy Krueger? Nah, man. Diane's death tape, man.
Even like, could you imagine not being the person holding the camera, but seeing the person holding the camera and they're pointing the camera at you, and then What? So what are you doing now? Like, am I supposed to cry for this
Right,
camera?
I'm thinking, I'm gonna zoom in. And somebody's gonna fucking punch me and that camera right in the fucking face and break it into pieces. Like, I'm just trying to get video. Are you guys crying? If you don't mind, can you just like go back out and come back in crying again? I had a shot. I had an image I was trying to capture.
Yo,
what the fuck is that?
Let me hear you whimper just once.
Go deeper.
Yeah,
From the
like
gut,
you know how
idiot.
people go in there like say a prayer or say the last words in front of the casket when they kneel. Like, what do you? When you go up there, do it, man. Do it. Like hyping people up.
Oh god.
Yo, when you go in.
Go in hard body, cuz RKO'd them niggas.
Oh.
There it goes. Wait, was that a segue?
Segue. Yeah,
Woo.
man. An 18-year-old Florida teen, Gianni Sosa,
Gianni,
and I can say for the first time in my life, I'm in love with the Sosa. That's not even the line, but it's okay.
Close enough.
This gentleman, and man, if you people know out there, last week we covered a whole lot of wrestling talk, and this week we're going to cover a small lot of wrestling talk, man. We're not going to knock you over the head with it, but this guy tried to knock his principal over the head with. If you don't know what an RKO is, look up an RKO by Randy Orton. If you just Google Randy Orton RKO, or you can Google Diamond Dallas Page Diamond Cutter for my WCW heads that know about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this kid, I don't know where he was coming from. It looked like maybe in between classes, maybe something like that. And he went for the RKO on his principal. Now, this is a wrestling move where literally you grab somebody, say, in almost like a headlock, but from underneath,
from the
and
behind you.
Try to drag their face down to the ground.
Right.
Put it like
have
that.
their chin like
on your
bicep against your shoulder and drive it into the ground as you kick your feet and you like go backwards with your legs out in the air. And just drop it on a nigga until he breaks his teeth. I mean, if you really catch somebody, they can bite their tongue, break their teeth.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those that could really fuck somebody up. You know, joking around or not, you could really hurt somebody.
But it really is a move that you would need participation from. You know what I mean? Like
he's got to be willing to jump.
Yeah. Like I could never do it to someone that didn't want it done to them. Besides maybe an old lady or something.
Like as soon as the nigga try to go, you're instantly gonna grab him and push away. Yeah. He's gonna fall to the ground by himself. Like nigga, what the slip up out of here, cuz.
Yeah. So this kid, he tried to hit his principal with an RKO, and his principal was quick with it. Like, I'm sure his principal didn't know what the fuck was going on. So like,
because he had no idea.
Yeah. So the principal pushed him off. You know, wrangled him up a little bit. Yeah, corralled him. And but so this kid got something happened to him school-wise, but he got arrested. And the funniest video footage, news coverage is the lawyer sitting in front of the judge trying to explain to the judge what an RKO is, trying to explain, because the lawyer is explaining like, oh, ma'am, no, I'm a wrestling fan, so I can see now, like, he shouldn't. He's like, and he didn't even really go for it. Like, you know, he was just showing them that maybe he could if he wanted to.
His defense probably better would have been if the one you came with, you know, really, you can't really do that move without participation.
Exactly.
Like, Judge, if I came up to you and tried it right now, you'd be instantly ready to stop it and push me away. It can never happen.
Like, so Judge, it's really a synchronized dance. It's a synchronized performance more than it is a...
They have to be in tune. They have to be in tune. They have to work together on this move. He has to get real good height on the leap up.
But it's funny, man, because me and my boy on the way back from Raw, we were thinking, like, back in the day, we would do the moves of our favorite wrestlers. You know what I mean? Power bombing people, giving people DDT, shit like that. But nowadays, Roman Reigns is one of the most famous wrestlers. So we think, and his move is a Superman punch. So like, are kids out there just straight up punching each other in the fucking face? Like,
God, I know
what's
Superman
happening?
Punches, oof.
I want to know about the little kids these days, man. I want to know about the wrestling moves that are happening on the playground.
Listen, are they?
So we might be out there on the playground with a camera. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to film. We're not going to film the funerals, but we will film the kids playing on the playground. Come on, white people shit.
It is white people shit, and it'd be scary because as soon as they see like, I don't know, you got two grown ass men on the playground with no kids here.
No, we just want to see how they wrestle.
Listen,
we just want to see how they wrestle.
I have a daughter, and she will be with me on that episode. No, that's mine right there. Yep, right there on the swings. Yeah, so beat it.
That shit
Can't make a nigga look creepy and shit hanging around a goddamn playground recording kids.
We just want to see how they wrestle. That's it. We just want to see how they wrestle nowadays.
Hey, listen, it's getting nicer outside, so don't be surprised we take you to some remote locations, man.
Right?
Really nice outside. Maybe we'll go post up at a damn playground somewhere.
Post nasal.
Shit, we might climb a tree one day, nigga. I don't know.
Just do it. Exactly. R.I.P. Michael Jackson. We might climb a tree and have a balloon fight and do this fucking.
Have a balloon fight. Balloon filled with powder, so it poofs when it pops.
That'd be a beautiful thing, man. Speaking of poofing and popping, now that doesn't work for the. But still, Magic Johnson quit, man.
Magic Johnson. Well, he did get the poof, but he never popped. Hello, that's an HIV joke. Yeah, Magic Johnson, man, president, right?
He was the president of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Los Angeles Lakers NBA basketball team. He threw in the towel, nigga. And I believe he was the president for at least 5 years or so, maybe a little more.
He was around for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, like long-term Laker, he was. And then they pulled him into the organization and when he retired and everything. So he's been a Laker even after he was done playing since the 90s, you know. So, yeah, he stepped down, man.
Yeah, because unfortunately, you know, there was big news where LeBron James went to the Lakers. Supposed to be, oh my God, this is about to happen again. We got Showtime back because it was Magic Johnson and James Worthy and their thing. Then it was Kobe and Shaq. Right. Now it's going to be LeBron, and they're going to do it again. And
short, fell short.
Didn't happen. They didn't even make the playoffs, which is
because most basketball fans too, or people that follow it, will tell you is like, yeah, LeBron, you went to the West, nigga. That is the stronger division.
Rep that West.
You know what I mean? It's like. If you look at the East in the Western Division, Eastern is just terrible. Like the lower seeds, the 8 seeds, these guys are getting in there with a 500 record, and some even below, 500 record. So that just shows you how bad the East is.
There's teams where I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that the Pelicans were a team. Right. Because I'm an old school fan, so when I see in the NBA and it's the fucking, where are they from?
New Orleans.
New Orleans Pelicans. I'm like,
NOP.
What is this?
You're looking at the acronyms for the city and the basketball team. NYK. Oh, that's New York Knicks.
Yeah,
okay. NOP. NOP. What is NOP, nigga? Who are these
New
niggas?
Orleans Pelicans. Like, huh?
Yeah, it's but the playoffs is going down right now too without LeBron and the Lakers. They're having and the head coach is gone. They got rid of
Luke.
Luke Walton is out of there.
Well, I don't think we even need to say that they maybe got him out of there. I think it's he. So I think LeBron was like, I don't like this. Get him out.
LeBron has been proven he does not like younger coaches.
Yep.
Tyronn Lue didn't have a chance. Nigga, like he told Lue what to do. Nigga, I just played with you a year ago. Shut up and get on the bench. Remember I used to tell you to shut up and get on the bench when we played together? I'm gonna do the same thing. Nigga, and you're a coach. Get out of my face. I think it's harder sometimes for those guys to kind of like have that respect for a guy that's not proven. Yeah. He's not proven as a coach.
Yep.
He can be just because you're a fucking proven player does not mean you're gonna be a proven coach. And I think guys have a hard time sometimes adjusting to like a Derek Fisher when he was trying to do his things. Like, come on, D-Fish. Nigga, you just laced up.
Come on, D-Fish.
You just laced up 6 months ago, man.
Yeah.
Besides you being a championship caliber player, you don't know shit about running a team and winning championships. Until you do, talk to me, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in. And I don't know. Like, I know that LeBron is going to play long enough to where he might have the most points of all time, but man, I don't know. I can't give him that GOAT status, man, because shit like this.
You need to, and it's like GOAT status comes when it's just complete domination everywhere. And he usually does this year. This is the first time I think LeBron has missed the playoffs in double-digit years, I think.
Yeah.
10
years
or something?
Yeah, 10 or 13 years that he
first time missing the playoffs. So, it's kind of like, is he running out of gas? Even though he came out of high school, man, you're talking about basketball years, they speed up the process on the knees and shit. It's like he's still banging, he's still hurting, he's still sore, he's still, he came out the gate, he came out the womb a man. So, he was Benjamin Button shit, It's like, damn, LeBron. You see LeBron coming out of high school, it's like, yo, that's a grown-ass man, cuz. Look at him. Look at his fucking Adam's apple and his fucking little chin hairs. He had almost like a baby face, but like a weird grown man. Like,
There's a grown man inside of that baby.
Yeah,
no
right.
Homo, no pedo.
No pedo. Is that new one?
No pedo. That's got to be the new one. Geppetto.
Yo, look at those baby cakes. No pedo. I mean the baby cake, little cakes, man. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Talking to your girl like, damn, baby, no pedo.
No pedo. No pedo, though. No pedo. Yo, baby, no pedo. I can't keep calling you baby. In a sexual manner, you're my baby.
But I will say one of the nice things about LeBron not making it this year is that, it's not going to be LeBron versus Golden State, which would be cool.
Right.
It'll be actually
LeBron's
a different
out,
fucking
and it's not even
finals.
guaranteed Golden State is not really shutting everybody down this year. Yeah,
Man, I'll tell you
still number
something.
2 seed.
Steph Curry's ankle is not doing great things to him, man.
Really?
He had that just normal dribbling the ball down, went to make a move. getting old, man. That'll do it.
Well, he better not. He's still young in the game. He's not even 10 years in.
Yeah, but like you
his
said,
steps are like 7.
that constant play
Yeah.
that'll wear you down.
And how he plays, your point guard is the guy who he controls the situation, and so he's moving at all times, dishing the rock. Every great thing comes to an end, man. And I don't think the Warriors are done, but KD's about to leave. Kevin Durant.
Yep.
This is last year contract. They don't foresee him coming back. He might become a New York Knick. Hello, my niggas.
Man, it's tough to see people keep going to the well like that. Like the amount of people that have like, oh, I'm gonna go to the Knicks and it's gonna be great. And then Carmelo did it. There were definitely people like Allen Houston and Stephon Marbury and everybody else. Amari Stoudemire before, and you're just waiting for the next person to do it because they were talking about LeBron was thinking about it and
he shut us down.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Anybody had that? We ain't had that much love for a player in New York since Patrick Ewing, man. You know what I mean? In that whole era, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, those identified
Anthony Mason.
Yeah, Mason. Big booty dribbling nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mason had the high butt nigga just come down the court. Like,
he could box people out.
Right.
Easy.
Right. You know what I'm talking about? He talking about niggas is 6'6" and shit. He got his ass on their chest plate. Like, that ain't supposed to be like that.
Like Charles Oakley looks like he was smoking a cigarette and would beat the shit out of you if you were a stepchild.
Right.
Like Charles Oakley, I swear he had a wife beater underneath that jersey. Come on,
bullshit
man.
You say that. He definitely looks like the nigga in any movie you ever could think of or any scenario of the nigga that beats his wife. Like Charles is the nigga that beats his wife because she made the sandwich wrong. Like, he got that look about him.
Charles Oakley, definitely, man. He just looked like you do not fuck with Charles Oakley.
And then when you saw him, what was it, last year? I think this year when he got into a fight in the audience in the stands and fucking Charles was throwing that, he was going at it, and that look he had, like, look, there it is, abusive father look, nigga, right there.
I would not be disrespected in my own household. I would not be disrespected under my roof.
And he was. New York is his home. So
man.
Like, nigga, you gonna come in here? Oh, I'm about to Sprewell choke this nigga, cuz.
Yep. Straight oak on him.
Oh, so the playoffs are going down, man. There's 8 teams that are involved right now on, I think, each side. It's 8 in the East, 8 in the West. Let's see. I'm going to go down some of the matchups real quick for y'all.
Full-lane matchup.
Starts today, which when this airs, you'll already be a couple games in, so say no more. You got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Philadelphia 76ers, East Coast. Another East Coast. The Orlando Magic versus the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors and Toronto are considered East.
Northeast.
Right. Then you got the Clippers versus the Warriors. Good luck, Clippers. The Spurs and the Nuggets, which the Nuggets had a great year this year, and they were terrible last year. They had to turn around.
Remember what the Spurs used to be.
Oof. Right. Hello, Robinson and the Duncan and all them niggas is gone.
Ginobili.
You know what I mean? Motherfucking Rodman in a dress.
Yeah.
The Pacers and the Celtics going down.
Shout out to Rick Smits.
Oh, Smitty. Chris Mullin, them good old Hardaway boys. Niggas is something.
Chris Mullin had the hardest flat top of all time.
Like Gaio from Street Fighter. Yep. Look him up for you niggas that don't
Sonic
know.
Boom.
Right. You got the Thunder of Oklahoma versus the Portland Trailblazers going down.
Russell Westbrook
and Trailblazers. Damian Lillard, star over there. Detroit Pistons, the bad boys back playing against the Bucks. The Bucks are actually a really good team. They got the Black Greek dude there. Antetokounmpo, my nigga, representing our Black Greeks out there. I'm with you, brother. Jazz, Utah, they're in it. The Jazz, I forgot they actually got a decent team last year too against the Rockets.
Cabello.
Yeah, so the Rockets are gonna bust ass too. So that's your teams, man. And,
who do you got
as a front runner?
Who do you got? Who do you think and who do you want?
Right, I want the Knicks, but it's out of the question. Statistically, I'd go on paper. You got to go with the champs, and you know, fuck with Golden State. They are the champs. You kind of got to give them the front horse, but I think the Rockets, man. I like Harden. I like Harden's game. The big sleepy eye beard nigga. I like the Rockets trying to surprise some people, man. So I would like to see them because I like to see new guys get one that play hard and deserve it. You know, even Westbrook in Oklahoma, but I feel like he's just not gonna get it there. You know what I mean? He plays great, but he sometimes he doesn't pass the ball. But, you know, he has to feel that way because he got nobody else on his fucking team.
Yep.
But it's going to be I don't think it's coming out the East, though. I don't think he's gonna come out the East for a while. Actually, LeBron left the East now, so we don't really got a chance of crowning a king. I don't think.
Right
Over here on the East Side. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a long playoffs. Playoffs are long, man. It goes through a month and a half. And who was actually overshadowed by the NBA playoffs that people even forget all about is the NHL playoffs start right now too.
Wow.
Nobody knows.
Nope.
Nobody talks about it. Nobody knows who's in it. The ratings are terrible.
Yeah.
They're just overshadowed. It's such a bad time for hockey to kind of try to challenge, like go against basketball ratings wise.
True.
There's just more basketball fans in this country. You could blame it on more minorities popping up, but that's not even the case. It's just a sport that people, because you have your liberal Caucasian folks like, I don't like the violence of hockey. You know what I mean? It's like, basketball, It's great. You pass, it's a team ball. Your team, pass it around. Now shoot.
Man,
Hey!
it's turned into basketball. Man, you can't touch nobody anymore.
Right.
Like that's the reason I stopped watching this because like I'm not trying to watch fucking free throws. Like, and that's all that it is nowadays.
Free throws and guys are just shooting from half court.
Yep.
It's like, pull up, pull up. Like, damn, nigga, you didn't even get to half court. Shit, we pull up on half court. We having fun at the basketball court.
Exactly.
And shit, but these niggas is getting paid.
Launching them.
You get paid, niggas, save niggas. So go get your NBA playoff on, niggas. You know what I mean? We gonna kick y'all niggas in the toofus.
Yeah, man, it should be interesting. We'll of course keep everybody updated on that. One of the last things that I want to get into real quick is bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick.
Oh, know the reference, folks.
Man,
Know the reference.
Khalees.
Khalees milkshake. Was her milkshake bring the boys to the yard? Her milkshake brought Nas's milk to the yard. I know that much.
And I bet you Nas has not drank a milkshake since because
he fucking
holy
hates
shit.
milkshakes. He probably fucking hates milk.
Yeah.
Hey, we want a milkshake. Ugh. Nigga just look, fucking chip tooth start quivering and shit.
Chip tooth starts growing back.
Nigga popped his tooth out. He was so frustrated. God damn, peekaboo tooth.
Man, what will hopefully be a victory for men in the family court system because Nas has been talking about this forever, and I know that a whole bunch of other men have the same problem of
bars.
Khalees got hit with 20 counts of contempt for keeping Nas's kid from him. To where like doing that whole fucking, and it's such a,
you can't see him.
It's such a fucking ghetto mentality, and it's so fucking annoying. It's such a piece of shit mentality of like, she's mad at the fucking guy, so the kid suffers. And it's so fucking annoying.
I'm mad at
like,
you, so now you can't see a kid. How you like that? How do you feel about a kid? I really don't care how you feel about it, but just know your dad's going to pay for this.
Exactly.
It's like,
and the amount of fucking venom that she's probably spewing into that kid's head of like, and he doesn't want to see you, and that's why he doesn't see it. Like, just,
listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Your dad just doesn't give a shit. He's very selfish. He doesn't really care. All he cares about himself. Look at his Instagram. Look at all the stuff. That's all he does.
Exactly.
His own thing. But
that whole woman scorn shit is so.
But he's not gonna.
ugly.
What she's not gonna show is the texts and or the calls and the, hey, I want to see my kid. Hey, can I see my kid? I want to come by. Let me pick her up for the weekend or something. That's the shit she's not gonna see. And then mom's just sitting there. He don't care. I want you to see that. He ain't shit. I'm the better parent. People. I think they get to that whole feeling like they're gonna lose ground. It's like, how about you just be a good parent and you allow the other parent to be the parent they're gonna be. Either they're gonna be a good parent or a bad parent. That's not up to you. You know what I mean? Let them fucking either flourish with their kid or fuck up. If they fuck up, you pick up the bricks and say, "Don't worry about it. I got you. Fuck that nigga."
Yeah.
You let them fuck up first before you say fuck them. That's all.
Right. And because Khalees has had the whole thing where I remember it was fucking years and years ago because Method Man and Redman were on the radio losing their mind about it when, dude, Khalees was getting $50,000 a month in fucking child support. Like, I don't make $50,000 a year. Right. Imagine making $50,000 in a month every month, and it's not even money that you've worked for.
It's all for someone else's just because you had a kid with them.
That's insane, dude.
And it's the way they judge it for this whole my cost of living has changed. It's like
wow.
Yeah, that means you should be better off now.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Even if you gave like $5,000 a month, I think you'd be good with that.
Right?
You know what I mean? I think like even 510. Which in my world, 510 is holy shit.
Yeah.
But in like celebrity status or something like that, 510 is like, yeah, all right, $5,000 a month.
Right.
You all right? You got that? They can live off that. All I'm saying is you can live off $5 grand
And
a
it's
month.
not even for her to fucking live. It's for the kid, and that's
Right.
it. It's for the stuff that needs to be taken care of with the child.
Right.
It's not for her rent. It's not for her fucking.
Right, but
to
the way
take
they
care of
look
and
at
get her
it,
nails
the way
done.
they try to say they look at it is, well, she has to pay for all that stuff, and she needs his support to do that. Yes, but she doesn't need his support for men to live in a fucking mini mansion.
Exactly, yeah.
They don't need a mini mansion. Yes, he has a mini mansion because he works his ass off and he earned it to have that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And even her, before she was married to Nas, like she did fine for herself.
She
You know.
she had a hit. You know, you had your wonder. What'd you do with your one hit wonder? You know, she had a couple songs after the but that milkshake was the number one. You know what I mean?
There
That
was a
shit still
milkshake. There
played.
was the "I Hate You So Much" right
Yeah.
now. She sang the hook on.
She did that one. I hate you right now.
She sang the hook on. Hey, dirty baby, I got. That's her.
So she got royalties floating through. Hello, royalties come through, Khalees, and you just want to fuck with my nigga Nazir. Nazir ain't did nothing but go looking for motherfucking Jerome's niece.
So now it looks like Nas is the worst rapper ever at picking beats and the worst rapper ever at picking women. God damn, tighten up, Nas.
Get your shit together.
Smarten
nasty.
up, Nas.
Mr. Jones. I am disappointed, nigga.
Come on. God damn it.
Oh my lantern.
So, man, this is Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Once again, and please, I didn't say this at the beginning, but visit gbiclothing.com. Got a new T-shirt up there for, if you haven't heard that, our president, because he's a fucking dumbass at times, and he made the claim that windmills, the noise from windmills can cause cancer. So we have a windmill cancer survivor T-shirt up on gbiclothing.com. Use code Trump and get 10% off your entire order. This is Windmill Cancer Awareness Month, and you know, so if you got cancer from a windmill, rock this T-shirt and let them know what's what.
If you are within 300 yards from a windmill, get out. Get out now. Run, nigga, run.
Or at least plug your ears, because they said it's the noise from windmills.
The noise, right. So if you ever seen the movie A Quiet Place, that's how you got to be, guys.
Plug it up.
Plug it and chug it and keep it moving, man.
Nugget and bucket and plug it and chucking.
Oh,
Come on.
man, we love you niggas, man. And I am the poofy top nigga. Why you NG'd? Why me, not you? Why you NG? Pastry, nigga. And this is Watermelon versus Pumpkin, man. And it's episode 69.
69.
You know what I mean? My face in her butt type shit. You know,
Episode
whatever.
69, we're going to get police protection. That's what it means. We're getting relocated.
Right. Shout out to Tekashi 69. I don't know. He's there 69. I don't know. Why am I shooting him out? Because I don't know. Somebody's going to probably shoot him.
Star snitching.
When he gets out, you know. If you want to be a thug and get away with it, just snitch.
That's it.
That's, you know, at the end of the day, my niggas.
It's the beginning of the night.
And all of you sit on pretty chairs in ugly rooms. I don't know what that
Bars.
means. Spoken word shit.